Peace, my people. Um, Today I want to come before you with a message to all the parents or anybody who is held responsible over a child. I wanted to share something with you guys that I experienced in my younger years, my youth years, of to why this message is so important. So, forgive me for, you know, the way I'm carrying myself right now. I am tired, but I pushed myself to make this message. It is early in the morning. The sun isn't even out yet, but all is well. I still got to deliver this message. So, yeah. Oh, also, excuse the mess back there. I'm in my closet. I'm trying to organize some things today. So, yeah, all is well. But if you will follow me. So this story starts when I was 14 years old. I used to live in Virginia, and it was just my mom, my little brother, and I. It was three of us, and my mom had a best friend. His name was George, and George had a significant other. And I'm going to not share her name because her name really isn't relevant or hold any weight over the story here. And you'll see why if you stay tuned and listen. So the story starts where we ended up going to uh, Mississippi. We took a trip there. Um, it was my mom, my brother, her friend's girlfriend at the time, and that lady's brother. Um, we get there, and I just remember that my mom and this chick, they were going to the club. So when they went to the club, the brother, who was some years older than me, he was 24 to be exact. Mind you, I was 14. Um, he was with us outside, and I don't know why my mom allowed my brother to go over to her sister's house. Her sister was married, and they had two children. And so my mom was like, okay, we could go, hang out and stuff. But, her friend was like, well, you could let Christopher come over to my sister's house with the kids, and Janae could go with her brother at the time. And I was like, oh, it was like, you want to go with him? And I was like, yeah, sure. Mind you, I'm 14 years old and this guy is 24, right? So I'm thinking, yeah, okay, cool. So they was like, well, y'all can hold the car. They let us hold the car and everything. She had a real nice car. She had a Diamante. It was fresh. You had money if you had a Diamante car because those cars wasn't really like that back then. But yeah, we go. Me and old boy, we get in the car and we ride off, right? I'll never forget. We ride off into the darkness. Mississippi, if you've never been to Mississippi before, you know one thing about Mississippi is dark as hell out there, okay? We ride off and he turns the radio on, puts a CD in. You know the CD he put in? He puts in that Genuine CD. Um, I can't remember the title of it, but I do remember the song this particular song he put on to set the mood. It was the song None of Your Friends' Business, right? Still to this day, every time I hear that song, I change it. You know what I'm saying? Thank goodness I don't listen to music like that anymore. Excuse me, that type of music like that anymore. But if we were to, turn the radio on and I was to hear that music, that song particularly, I would turn it off because yeah, it's the memories. So we ride to the music or whatever, and I'm so happy because why? At this time, there's this guy that I kind of secretly got a thing for, but I'm just a 14-year-old child. What 14-year-old boy or girl didn't have a thing for somebody? You know what I'm saying? Never mean that I wanted to act upon anything. It was just it was a cute guy around me all the time. He was a little older, nothing more, nothing less. I ain't never tell nobody that I liked that guy or I wanted something from him or I wanted to, do anything. So at the moment this song is playing, old boy was like, he asked me out of nowhere, he said, "You a virgin?" And I was like, I lied. I was like, no. And he was like, oh, okay, I just wanted to know. And so I'm just sitting there riding along. Next thing you know, this guy takes it upon himself to put his hand down my pants. And I froze up like, but I didn't think anything of it because I'm thinking to myself, it's some action about to go down by me and this guy that I like a little, and I just gotta go with it. So he stuck his hand in my pants, and I was just like, okay, thinking this is supposed to happen. So he was like, I'm about to pull over. And I'm like, just still sitting there, not saying nothing, like in shock. So he pulls over and he was like, come on, get in the back. So I got in the back seat and he proceeded to pull my pants down and stick his thing in me and decides he wanted to do it to me. And y'all know what it is. And after he was done, he got up, he cleaned the back seat of the car out, and that was that. So after it was over, I just remember we ended up riding to his cousins. And when we went to his cousins, it was super dark out there. It was country, it was wooded, nothing but just trees out there. And we get to the cousin's house, and outside of the cousin's house, there are about a good 5, 6 older guys. And I get out, I still ain't thinking of nothing. I'm just riding around like I'm this dude's little girlfriend or something like that, which that wasn't even the case. And I'm standing there, chilling and smoking, you know what I'm saying, with these guys that I don't know. Anything could happen to me, you know what I'm saying? And once I got high, that was that. So we ride back to the house, and I just remember the next day, that dude didn't say not one peep to me. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to go like this. You got something for me, something so precious for me, and then you had the audacity to say nothing to me. And it was what it was. There was never any feeling of, yeah, you mine or anything like that, because it wasn't supposed to be that. Motherfucker, you was a 24-year-old goddamn man, and I was a child in high school. I was a baby. I didn't consent to anything. You just took it upon yourself to take advantage of me because you had the free will to do that, right? It was in your nature to do that. You might have been plotting on me the whole time. You ain't never look at me. You ain't never say no slick shit to me. But the first opportunity you got to take advantage of me, you did that. Now, all these years, I always, when it clicked and dawned in on me, after I, get to suppress my mind from being in survival mode for all that time, it dawned in on me that, damn, I was taken advantage of. So throughout my life, I would hear, everybody's heard those questions. How old were you when you lost your virginity? And I used to be like, 14. And I would say it was statutory rape though, but in reality, it was molestation. And in reality, I recently come to the terms that, you know who I should blame other than him? Because it was your fault that you did that to me. Those other two adults that allowed me to leave with this man in the first place. Yeah, y'all went to the club, but nobody should have been left nowhere. We was out of town. We were staying with these strangers. I felt like my brother shouldn't have been left at that house with those people because anything could have happened to him. Lord knows, I still have yet to talk to him about if he even remembers having that trip down to Mississippi. I really do want to go back and be like, yo, bro, was you all right when you was left at that house alone? For real. And I feel like I still need to go and holler at him and ask him, yo, when we went to Mississippi, tell me what you remember. I hope ain't nothing happened to you when you went over there, because when I went over here, boy, you know, um, I recently just come to the terms that those two adults that said, hey, when we about to go to the club, you could take the car and go off with this 25-year-old motherfucking man. My mom and her friend at the time, yeah, I don't know what that was. I have no idea what that was about. Still to this day, I'm just like, because I would have never. Club. I go out of town, ain't no motherfucking club. My kid's gonna be with me the whole way through. I'm not letting my child go off to this one house with strangers and then my other child to, in the car with another, so something can happen to them. So yeah, yeah, I hate to say it like this, but my mom put me in a predicament where she gave me to my first molester. Yeah, you gave me away to the predator man. The monsters you guys were always teaching us about when we were little children. You gave me away to him. I don't know if you guys felt the need to trust him with me that night. I don't know what that was about. I still to this day have no idea what the fuck that was about. But you gave me away to him. And that made me down spiral. Because after that, I started acting out. Oh yeah, I was acting out. Not as ratchet as some other females I seen acting out once, and I felt a victim of, wanting that, you know what I'm saying, that attention, you know what I'm saying, from men. And every man behind this guy that, took my innocence was the same age as him. The next guy I dealt with, I was thinking that was my little boyfriend. He was 24. The next guy after him, he was 24. And it was like a pattern of me, seeking some kind of attention. Not validation of nothing. It was just attention from a man, because you put something in me. You turned that switch on, motherfucker. You activated that. You did that. All because I was left alone with a grown ass man. So, back to what I was saying about this message being for the parents. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody that's a caregiver of a child. Stop leaving your children with people, period. If you have children and you can't stand next to them the whole way through, oh well, it's a no-go. In this day and age, nobody's safe. All children are at risk. It doesn't matter where they live, what community they're from, if they're from the middle class, the lower class, the upper class, everybody, we in the same motherfucking class anyway. Stop leaving y'all children with people y'all think y'all can trust. Because a lot of the times, motherfuckers be plotting, having hidden agendas the whole time, and you don't even know it. Because you're so busy doing your own thing, and you just feel so comfortable with just whatever. And you don't think that the people around you could cause harm to your children. So the message is, once again, stop leaving your children around people. Stick with them the whole way through. Never let them leave your side. Even if you got to homeschool them. Because a lot of the times, as you can clearly see in today's day and age, the schools ain't even safe. Look at the news. Keep your children close.